Are prices going up? Are they dropping? Or are they holding flat? And what the heck is going on with interest rates? It's Mike Novak from the Novak Real Estate Team, part of Real Brokerage, bringing you the September market report right here, hyper local for Snohomish County. I'm going to share with you the data. Then at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you what this means as a buyer, a seller, or a homeowner that's just watching your value and is curious about what's happening. So first of all, let's jump into the data points, my friends. The first one is the average sales price is $805,000 for residential real estate right here in Snohomish County. That is an increase of 7% year over year. A lot of people thought prices were dropping. Well, they haven't yet. 7% up still year over year. But gone are the days of 20% appreciation right now. So 7% is still stronger than the average, but it is normalizing. New listings, down 18%. So there's less new listings hitting the market. Some sellers are maybe a little hesitant to sell, not sure if this is the right time for them or not. Homes for sale are up about 110%. A lot more options sitting out there on the market right now. Homes that maybe are a little bit overpriced and are just kind of sitting there racking up days on the market have not moved. It means there's a lot of options for you as a buyer that maybe you didn't have 6 or 7 months ago. So it's good for you if you're a buyer. If it's a seller, not so good because that's competition. Days on market. Right now we're averaging 22 days from the time a home goes on the market to when it actually goes under contract. So right around 3 weeks is your average days on market. It's an increase of 120%. Homes are absolutely taking longer to sell than they were the same time last year. Months of supply, 1.7 months. That means if no other homes came on the market after today, how long would it take to sell every house that's currently on the market? And that has trended up about 140% from the same time last year. But remember, and I say this every month and I have for 5 years now, a neutral or a balanced market is 5 to 6 months of inventory. That's a market that's not in favor of the buyer, the seller is just neutral. So we still have an inventory level that is far below that, and that is what is driving that appreciation to still be 7%. And that is what is insulating our market from dropping right away. I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a little bit. List price to sale price ratio. So how much are homes selling in relationship to what they're listed for? We're 98.7% of list price. So that is a big decrease from the same time last year. If you remember last year, homes were selling for about 106% of list price at the same time. So what does this mean for you as a buyer? Let's talk about being a buyer first. First of all, rates are unquestionably higher. We touched 7% recently, and sure, that feels a little bit higher, but you're seeing homes not escalate $150,000 over list price. So it kind of offsets each other. You're able to get a home, like I just said, for 98.5% of the list price instead of 106% of the list price. So it kind of balances out a little bit. You can also do inspections. You don't have to cover low appraisals. You can do a zero down VA loan if you want to. Like, there's more options for you as a buyer than there was a year ago or even 6 or 7 months ago. But if you look back at January, we had interest rates right around 2.75%, and they've more than doubled this year. So that is what is resulting in the increase in inventory and the softening in the market that people are feeling right now. Some buyers have simply been priced out of the market and cannot afford to buy with the rates where they're at. But I want to remind you, if you are a renter, guess what? Your interest rate is 100%, so you're still better off buying than you are sitting on the sidelines saying rates are too high. Because guess what? As you write that rent check, that is 100% interest that you are giving to your landlord. You're not getting the appreciation, you're not getting the tax benefits, all these other things that make homeownership make so much financial sense. So let's talk about price drops for buyers. Everyone's asking, why am I seeing these price drops? You're seeing price drops because sellers and listing agents way overshot the market. They didn't see the market was shifting, and they priced the home higher than what it could actually sell for, and now they're trying to catch up to where the market is actually at. But again, go back to that rate of appreciation. Home prices have not dropped. They've gone up 7% year over year. So as a market average, they're still trending upwards. Where they go down is when you see people massively overprice their home, they shoot for the stars, and no buyer is willing to pay that in the current market. But prices, guys, I cannot say this enough, prices are not going down yet. We have not seen that in the data. If that happens, I will be the first person to let you know, but it has not happened yet. 7% year-over-year price increases. So if you're thinking about waiting till spring, it's very likely you're going to pay 3.5%, 4% more than what you'd pay right now. And remember, you can refinance the rate on your mortgage but you cannot refinance the price you pay for the home. So the price you pay right now is likely going to be the best price you're going to get. Take advantage of the low competition market we've got right now, because let me tell you this, if rates drop back into the 4s or the 5s next year, like a lot of people think they will, there's going to be a floodgate of buyers back in the market, and it's going to get super competitive again. I guarantee you, mark my word on that. So as a seller, what does this mean for you? Well, it means that you need to be very careful about how you list your home. The way that it is presented to the market and the marketing strategy absolutely matters. But beyond that, price also matters. You cannot outmarket the wrong price. So you have to price it where your agent actually thinks it's going to move. And then you need to be prepared to wait 3 to 4 weeks. On average, like I said, the days on the market is 22 days for an offer to come in. You're not likely going to see multiple offers. I need to be having some patience there. And then look at showings. I always tell my sellers, if you're seeing 2 or 3 showings a week, that tells me we've probably got things pretty dialed on price. But if we're not seeing 2 or 3 showings a week, depending on price point, that could go up or down, then we need to evaluate price and come off as a better value proposition to the market. So that's what I recommend to sellers right now. Talk to a couple different agents before you decide to list your house, and make sure they're not just going to put it on the MLS and pray that some buyer comes along and pays full price for it. That is not a strategy to sell a house, guys. It takes skill, it takes experience, it takes a proven track record in this market to sell homes. It's gone are the days where anyone can do it, guys. And that's a good thing. The other thing, if you are a homeowner and you're watching your appreciation right now, it has slowed. Like I said, we're at 7%. So your home value has not gone down, and it probably isn't going to go down anytime soon. So we are in a very stable job market here in the Northwest. Rents are rapidly increasing as inflation soars. You know, it was 9% inflation. And so you can expect some price stabilization on your home. Like, it's not just going to fall off a cliff like some people have thought. And that's because of the inflation you're seeing on rents. It's because of the super low inventory we have with just 1.7 months. And it's because buyers are still buying houses, guys. So I hope that helps. I know it's a ton of data and a lot of insights, but it's so important that someone comes out and tells you the truth on what's happening right now. People just keep throwing out so many myths and mistruths about prices dropping and the sky is falling, and you have to look at the data to really understand exactly what's going on. Mike Novak from the Novak Real Estate Team. If I can help you with buying, selling, or any of your friends or family, please reach out to me direct. It'd be an honor to help you.